I pre-ordered Cyberpunk 2077 immediately after the very first teaser for $48 using Best Buy's Gamer Club Unlocked, RIP. The pre-order comes with a steelbook, which I don't care about, so I could sell that for a few dollars, bringing my total cost to maybe $40, which is presumably about $20 less than Cyberpunk 2077 will be on Stadia. But I'm actually considering canceling my PS4 pre-order and buying on Stadia. Why? I will tell you right now. I've been playing a lot of games on Stadia lately. I'm impressed with its capabilities and I'm excited to see where the platform will go. But what concerns me, among other things, is the game selection and game release dates. Stadia needs a larger selection of games and they need to release big-name AAA games on the same date as other major platforms like PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC. And this needs to happen consistently. Yes, Doom Eternal had a simultaneous release across all major platforms, but that was way back in April when Stadia was still trying to scrub away the stink left over from its unfortunately rocky launch. So that's my first consideration. Will Cyberpunk 2077 launch on Stadia at the same time as other platforms? All the way even further back than April, back in August 2019, CD Projekt Red stated that the Stadia release of Cyberpunk 2077 would be after other major platforms in April 2020. But that was before the game was delayed twice. The first time, when the game was delayed from April to September, CD Projekt Red again maintained that the Stadia release would be after the console and PC releases. However, after this second delay from September to November, we've been given no such similar caveat regarding the Stadia release time. The official Cyberpunk 2077 website even shows the Stadia logo under a banner reading November 19th, 2020. Of course, this appearance of the Stadia logo could just be a simple way to make the marketing message easier. Rather than plaster multiple release dates on the website, they have one for the main release date, and the list of platforms is not necessarily a promise for that date, but just a way to highlight the eventual target platforms. I'm so excited for Cyberpunk 2077 that I'm very much considering taking the day off of work to play it. I've done this for a few games in the past, and every time I feel like a kid again when I didn't have day job responsibilities and my only goal was to make my way to the next checkpoint or to the next quest-giving NPC. Oh, to be a kid again, when all games were fun and all Pop-Tarts were cookies and cream flavored. Mom! In fact, if Cyberpunk 2077 launches on midnight November 19th on Stadia, then it's possible I might not only play the game on Stadia, but I might take 2 days off of work. I'd also take the day off before in order to sleep in preparation for the all-nighter on November 19th. I'm an old man. Old people have to make plans for such radical adjustments to their sleep schedules. Look forward to that, kids. Now, I know PS4 and probably Xbox will offer the ability to preload digital games, so like-minded non-Stadia old people can also enjoy the all-nighter gaming session. But if I'm going to go digital, I'm going with Stadia streaming. If I keep my PlayStation 4 pre-order physical version, that means waiting hours and hours for the install, which means not starting right at midnight, but instead many hours later. Cyberpunk 2077 is reportedly 80 gigabits in size. Red Dead Redemption 2, for comparison, is 99 gigabits and took anywhere from 6 to 9 hours to install, so we may be looking at an install of 4 to 8 hours. And that's not including waiting for the game to arrive in the mail or driving to the store to get it. But despite all of those hurdles, there's still one pretty big deterrent for me when it comes to replacing my PS4 pre-order of Cyberpunk 2077 with the Stadia version. Remember, I'm an old man, so I really like physical media. I still buy physical books rather than ebooks. Proof over there. I've even read a physical magazine in the last 5 years. So, wow. I know digital is the future, and according to Capcom, who currently sees 80% of their game sales through digital means, digital isn't the future, digital is the present. But I like the way games look on my shelf, okay? I like the ceremony of removing a disc from the case, hearing that plasticky, poppy, cracky sound, and putting the disc into the system. I also like the way my knees ache when the rains are a-comin'. And I like the way that back in my day, Hills were inclines, no matter which direction you were walking. Remember, I'm old, I established. So the very value proposition that Stadia has is the one thing I see less value in than my physical media preference. And that's really all it is, just a personal preference. If I prefer apples over bananas, telling me how great a banana is doesn't make it an apple. In this analogy, apples are physical games and bananas are streaming services, I think. I kind of lost the thread of that metaphor. And I ain't eating neither of them apples or bananas unless they're mushed up in a pudding-like texture, because I don't have teeth anymore. Because I'm old. Okay, that's the last I'm old thing I'm gonna say in this video. Now, if I was really crazy, I could get the Stadia version and then wait a few years for the physical version to drop dramatically in price before then adding it to my shelves. But I'm not quite that crazy yet. But if a physical version of a game is the only real reason I'm considering keeping my PS4 pre-order, that says a lot about the trust I have in Stadia as a platform. And perhaps if you are someone who trusts me, you may trust me enough to give Stadia a shot, especially if you aren't into ancient artifacts like I am. So what about you? Are you going to play Cyberpunk 2077 day one? What platform are you going to play it on and why? Is Stadia even a consideration for you? Are you an old person like me who likes a shelf full of physical games and books? If so, leave me good pudding recipes in the comments below. Okay, that's the last I'm old thing I'll say. Thank you for watching this video. Like this video, please consider subscribing. It might not help much with the algorithms and getting my videos in front of new people, but it makes me feel really good. And does that make you feel good? It should. Please.